Take it away.
Perfect. Thanks for the intro, Scott. So like Scott said, I am a grad student. My main route is the 200 bus, which runs from Echo Park all the way to the USC campus in South LA. I was on this bus over the summer, headed to campus in pretty good spirits, when one of the worst things that could possibly happen when you're taking the bus happened. Someone decided that it was appropriate to play music out loud from his phone. So I was pretty cool about it. I was a little irritated. Usually what I do in these situations is just kind of go the more passive aggressive route. So I, kind of give a dirty look or like take a deep sigh or something like that. And it's usually pretty ineffective in terms of getting them to actually turn off the music, but it makes me feel like I have a little bit of control over the situation. So I tried those usual tactics, nothing happened as usual. But then I realized that I actually couldn't hear my podcast through my headphones. And I'm a big podcast person. One of the reasons that I get excited about my commutes is because I get to listen to my podcast. I have way too many to listen to, not enough time. So I realized I couldn't hear my podcast, and I just decided that I would have to do something about this music situation. So I was very kind about it. I went the very genteel, ladylike route, and I just politely asked him if he could just turn it down a little bit. And initially, upon hearing my request, he just turned it down automatically because I had asked so nicely. But then I guess he kind of registered that if the whole idea of him blasting his music through his phone was to kind of project this rebel identity, it kind of didn't go along with that to immediately just oblige my request. So then he kind of came back at me and he was like, well, how about you turn your music up? And then I was like, okay. I really didn't want to have this kind of engagement. I really wasn't in the mood to, get sassy, but I had to do what I had to do. So I immediately just kind of engaged in this back and forth with him where we kind of like, there were some swear words thrown around and there was like a lot of like neck rolling on my part. And it went down for maybe about 30 seconds. People turned their heads, kind of initially gave us attention and then kind of like awkwardly tried to pretend like nothing was happening, as we do on the bus. And then eventually it just kind of, we both had our piece, we both said our piece, and we kind of got it out of our system, and then we just awkwardly rode the rest of the way together, pretending as though nothing had happened. So it was just like an average bus clapback situation.